What if the story everyone thinks they already know is actually wrong? What if the rumors you've been hearing for days are only the surface of something much bigger happening behind closed doors? And what if the answer to the question fans are asking nonstop is about to change everything you thought you understood? Because right now, insiders are whispering, players are reacting, and front offices are scrambling. So here's the real question: if the latest reports are true, what happens next for the team, the fans, and the entire league? Most people think this situation is simple, but the truth is far more complicated. While fans are celebrating one side of the story, insiders are warning that the real outcome might be the exact opposite. Some believe this move could transform the entire season, while others think it could completely push the team in the wrong direction. One group says it's a game changer, the other says it's a disaster waiting to happen. And that's exactly why today's update matters, because when two powerful perspectives collide, the truth usually lands somewhere shocking. Something big is happening, but nobody has the full picture yet. A few clues have leaked out, a couple of insiders dropped hints, and suddenly everyone is scrambling to figure out what's really going on. The story is shifting fast, the rumors are louder than ever, and the tension is building by the minute. Because behind the scenes, something major is moving, and the next update could flip everything upside down. Stay with this, because what you're about to hear might be the piece of information that makes all the other puzzle pieces finally click into place. Before we jump into this breaking update, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on all notifications so you never miss any Dodgers news the moment it happens. Because what we're talking about today is moving fast. Insiders are scrambling, phones are lighting up, and the Los Angeles Dodgers are suddenly being linked to one of the most aggressive trade packages of the entire offseason. Reports are blowing up everywhere, and multiple insiders are saying the Dodgers are preparing a 5-player offer for a young Detroit Tigers pitcher they believe could become a long-term force in their rotation. The big question now is simple: is he actually coming to Los Angeles? The Dodgers front office is pushing full speed ahead. After dealing with injuries, rotation issues, and another frustrating postseason exit, the organization looks determined not to repeat last year's mistakes. Several reporters have confirmed the Dodgers are going after pitching depth, but not just depth. They want high-ceiling arms who can survive October pressure. And that's where things get wild, because the name floating around is someone the Tigers were never expected to move unless the return was massive. And apparently that massive return might be coming from the Dodgers. Detroit fans are stunned, L.A. fans are fired up, and insiders are calling this one of the most serious Dodgers-Tigers discussions in years. This story blew up earlier today when a Midwest insider reported that the Tigers were receiving calls on one of their breakout pitchers. At first, it sounded like normal off-season noise. But half an hour later, another national insider confirmed that one of the teams calling was the Los Angeles Dodgers and that both sides had already exchanged names. That's when the real bombshell hit. According to industry chatter, the Tigers asked for a 5-player package that includes major league talent and top prospects. And here's the part that shocked everyone: the Dodgers didn't back out. They didn't push away from the table. They reportedly kept the conversation going. That alone shows how serious this is. Now, the Tigers are not tearing down their roster. They're rebuilding carefully, building a young core, and they believe their starting rotation is the foundation of the franchise. So why even consider trading a pitcher with huge upside? One word: value. If the Dodgers are willing to send 5 legitimate assets, including players who could become everyday starters, Detroit might decide this is the perfect time to capitalize. Scouts have said the Tigers already have more pitching in the pipeline, but their lineup needs offense, speed, and versatility. So if a trade helps balance their roster, it's not impossible. And that's exactly why the Dodgers are pushing now. They see Detroit's weak spots, and they're offering to fix them. The names being discussed reportedly include young outfielders, an infield piece, and 2 prospects ranked inside the Dodgers' top 15. And that's where Dodgers fans start debating. Some think 5 players is too much. Others argue it makes sense because the Dodgers need pitching that can help right now, not in 3 years. Injuries have crushed them, depth has been inconsistent, and the front office knows they can't go into October with the same problems. Andrew Friedman is not afraid to take big swings. He's done it before. And if he sees a future rotation anchor, he will absolutely make the move. The pitcher they're targeting fits the Dodgers' favorite profile: young, controllable, high strikeout stuff, and a developing pitch mix that could become elite under the Dodgers' pitching lab. Imagine taking a pitcher with natural talent and putting him into the most advanced development system in baseball. That's exactly the type of player this front office wants. They don't want a rental. They want someone who will grow with the team for years and eventually pitch meaningful October innings. Insiders say the Tigers aren't pushing the Dodgers, they're just listening. If L.A. doesn't meet their price, the deal dies. Simple. But here's what makes this dangerous: the Dodgers love operating in silence. They work behind the scenes, make calls quietly, and then drop a bomb when nobody expects it. Remember the Mookie Betts trade? The Shohei Ohtani contract structure that shocked the entire league? The surprise Glasnow deal after everyone assumed talks were dead? This front office plays chess. If they want this pitcher, they won't walk away easily. Detroit fans are already losing their minds. Half the fanbase wants to keep the pitcher and build the rotation around him. The other half says if you can get 5 players from the Dodgers, you take it immediately. Some fans are posting that the Tigers could fix multiple lineup holes with one trade. Others say moving him now would be throwing away their future. It's a full meltdown. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, social media is exploding. Some fans are convinced the deal is already in motion. Others are asking why the Dodgers keep stacking pitching. But everyone agrees on one thing: a move like this proves the Dodgers are all in. Not partially in. Fully committed to building a roster that dominates in October. After years of injuries, inconsistent rotation depth, and postseason heartbreak, a move like this could change everything. And here's where it gets even more interesting. A late update says the Tigers pitcher is open to joining a contender. That doesn't confirm a trade, and it doesn't force Detroit to act. But it does increase the possibility. Young breakout pitchers rarely have higher trade value than this. The Dodgers know that. Detroit knows that. That's why insiders are describing the situation as last-hour energy. Talks are active. Names are being exchanged. Everyone is waiting for the next notification. Another key question people are asking is what this means for the Dodgers' long-term rotation. With several pitchers approaching free agency, the Dodgers need young, controllable arms to anchor the next era. If they land this pitcher, the 2025 and 2026 rotations could look dramatically different, deeper, more flexible, and more built for October. This isn't just a move for right now. It affects the next 5 years. Sources are also saying the Dodgers' offer may include at least one MLB-ready player Detroit can plug in immediately. That makes the deal even more tempting. The Tigers don't want to wait 3 years for prospects. They want players who can help now. If the Dodgers are offering that plus prospects, Detroit will give this real consideration. And that brings us back to the big question: will L.A. really give up 5 players? At first it sounds insane. But when you look at how their roster is built and how many young players are currently blocked, it suddenly makes a lot more sense. This is the Dodgers' strategy: develop talent, build value, and use that value for impact additions. They don't trade prospects unless they believe it's worth it. And insiders say they might believe this one is worth it. The tone around the league right now suggests the Dodgers are pushing hard, and talks could escalate quickly. This could be announced soon or it could collapse completely. That's how MLB trades work: chaotic and unpredictable. Someone close to the Tigers front office said they love the pitcher's future, but they also know they desperately need more bats. If the Dodgers' offer solves multiple needs, the pressure to say yes becomes very real. Dodgers fans are already picturing him in Dodger blue. Pitching coaches are already imagining the adjustments they could make to turn him into an all-star. That's how confident people are in the Dodgers' development system. As we wrap up this breaking update, here's what you need to remember: trades like this only happen when both sides have something big to gain. The Tigers get positional depth and lineup balance. The Dodgers get a young arm who could become a postseason weapon for years. That's why this rumor won't die. That's why insiders keep talking about it. And that's why fans are glued to their screens waiting for the next update. So is he actually coming to Los Angeles? Right now, it's absolutely